What's up, Broncos country? Before this video gets started, I need your help. As some of you might be able to tell, I have a new microphone. I need you guys to pay attention to the audio as we get into the meat and potatoes of this video and tell me, do I need to adjust anything? Is it too echoey? I know it's a little bit echoey, but I'm going to get some foam pads here in the studio, make it a little bit easier. Let me know how this audio sounds and any ways I could potentially improve it. Thank you guys so much for your help, and now let's get started with the video. The Denver Broncos are in a bit of a pickle right now because they need a couple of positions that are probably going to be picked over by the time they get to the 20th overall pick in the draft. Sean Payton talked to Kay Adams on Radio Row at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and he said that the Denver Broncos have a couple of positions that are classified as must-haves. Then there are needs, and then there are wants. The positions that are in must-have are not really a surprise to Broncos country, and that is running back and tight end. The Broncos are sorely looking for playmakers at both of those positions, and Sean Payton said in particular they are looking for elite receivers at those positions. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the Denver Broncos to fill those positions in the draft given where they are right now. They sit as the 20th overall pick in the draft, then they're towards the later rounds of they're towards the end of the later rounds of the other rounds. So it's really going to be difficult for the Denver Broncos to be able to find the maximum value for these positions of need. The top tight ends that are going to be available in this draft are Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. It's pretty clear at this point, based on people who I've talked to and the media at the Shrine Bowl, they have said that it's not going to be likely that Tyler Warren is going to be available at 20. And same thing at the running back position, where Ashton Jeanty is the clear and obvious favorite. He's not going to be available at 20 either. He is going to be snatched up. You look at Colston Loveland, though, the tight end out of Michigan, he might be available at 20. The question is, does he fit what Sean Payton is trying to do? I believe he does. I think that he is a very high-end receiver at the tight end position. There are some questions about him as a blocker, but I do think Loveland, based on Sean Payton's comments to Kay Adams, could make a ton of sense. As far as running back, you're probably looking at later rounds of the draft. Maybe Devin Neal out of Kansas. Cam Scadaboo is a name I know is very popular amongst Broncos country. One guy that I really like is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, the running back out of Arizona. I really like him. I also like the running back out of Florida. His name is skipping me right now. I cannot remember it off the top of my head, but I also really liked him at the Shrine Bowl. So the Broncos are going to have some really intriguing options in the later round at the running back position in particular, but I think this is going to be one of those situations where you need to address your needs in free agency. That way in the draft, you will be able to take best player available. So you look at some of the needs that the Denver Broncos have, obviously at running back and tight end. I think at running back, you're thinking about maybe Najee Harris. At tight end, you're thinking about maybe a Juwan Johnson in free agency. Aaron Jones at running back is another name that's been entertained here in Denver, but I'm personally staying away from him. There are injury concerns, plus he's on the wrong side of 30. Najee Harris has been able to stay healthy his entire career, and then with Juwan Johnson, there are those connections there with Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton drafted him, so Juwan Johnson could make some sense. I've also been a big proponent of trading for David Njoku. Although that's technically not a free agent signing, that would still be in the same period of time where you would address your needs in that free agency period, and then in the draft, that would free you up to take best player available. Don't get me wrong. If Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland or Ashton Jeanty fell to the Denver Broncos at 20 overall, you are 100% going to take him. There's no doubt about that. But most likely the Denver Broncos need to plan for those players not being available. At tight end later in the draft, there are some players that I really like as well. Elijah Arroyo, Rivaldo Fairweather, that's another guy that I really like. I also like Terrence Ferguson, the tight end out of Oregon. There's the benefit there of him playing with Bo Nix at Oregon, plus he's a native of Denver. There's also some other guys available in later rounds in the draft. I also think about the tight end out of Iowa, Luke Lachey. I got to interview him at the Shrine Bowl. That was a really cool opportunity. So there are going to be guys available to fill these positions for the Denver Broncos in the later rounds of the draft, but I do think that you're going to probably look look towards free agency to maybe fill your needs at tight end and at running back if you're the Denver Broncos. Ashton Jeanty and Tyler Warren most likely are not going to be available, unfortunately. All right, guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. And again, let me know how I can improve the audio with this new microphone, guys. It's a really nice Blue Yeti microphone, so I'm really excited to be able to work with it and improve the production quality a little bit here on Broncos Syndicate. All right, guys, and until next time, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.